Good afternoon, students. In the previous class, we have seen about the stick diagram for the NMOS inverter. Now, I am going to explain about the stick diagrams that is for CMOS. What are the different basic steps and what we have to, how we can draw the stick diagrams for this CMOS circuits. Okay, so here the first step is we have to draw the parallel rails for VDD and ground and indicate the substrate connections, that is with cross mark. Next, draw the demarcation line. No diffusion can crosses the demarcation line. Only poly or metal can crosses the demarcation line. So the next one is N diffusion and P diffusions are joined using a metal wire. So in the previous class also I have explained that we have metals, that is VDD and VSS, that will be connected with the contact cuts, so that there will be establishment of electrical contact between that metal and the diffusion. Okay. Next, here we have connect them using the wires. Place all PMOS pull up and pull down transistors, that is PMOS pull up and NMOS will be pull down transistor below this line. So that means if you, after drawing the demarcation line, we have to draw or we have to place our PMOS pull up network in the, above the demarcation line and pull down that is NMOS transistors below the demarcation line. Okay, for CMOS NAND gate, the NMOS transistors pull down network will be in series. For CMOS NAND gate, I will show the structure of CMOS NAND gate, 2 input and 3 input and 4 inputs like that. So the CMOS NAND gate, for the CMOS NAND gate, the NMOS transistor pull down network will be in series and PMOS transistor pull up network will be in parallel. So how it will be connected, I will show here. Next one, for CMOS NAR gate, it will be exactly opposite. So if you consider the CMOS NAND gate here, pull down network will be in series, pull up network will be in parallel. So the exact opposite operation will be takes place for NOR gate. CMOS NOR gate, NMOS transistor will be pull down network and will be in parallel, and PMOS transistor will be in series. So the exact opposite thing will take place for CMOS NAND gate and NOR gate. Okay, now I will go with the stick diagram of CMOS inverter circuit. Okay, so if you observe the CMOS, already I have given the CMOS inverter circuit that consists of a PMOS and at the same time an NMOS transistors. So first what we have to draw, this is the common process while drawing the stick diagram for both NMOS and PMOS here. So draw the metal VDD and ground rails in parallel, having sufficient space for circuit components between them. So this VDD and ground I have drawn here. Next, what I have to do, I have to draw the demarcation line in between that VDD and ground, so that it can be separate the PMOS and NMOS transistors. So that is the next step what we have. Drawing a PMOS and NMOS transistor between the supply lines and demarcation lines. So this one is yellow is crossed with the polysilicon. So that is nothing but PMOS. Green is crossed with the polysilicon. So it is nothing but the NMOS transistor. Okay, here PMOS and NMOS will be formed. So you can observe here, this is the yellow color is nothing but represents the P diffusion, and this red line represents the that is polysilicon. So whenever a polysilicon crosses the diffusion, here the P diffusion, so there will be a formation of PMOS transistor, and one side of this P diffusion I will take it as source, and another side I will take it as the drain, and this one is the gate what we have, that is polysilicon gate for us. So this will form a PMOS transistor, and at the same time here if you observe this green color stick will represents the N diffusion, and that is crossed with the red, that is polysilicon. So there will be a formation of NMOS transistor. So here we have, again we will take the for NMOS transistor, it consists of 3 terminals, that is gate, source and drain. So source and drain I will take on either end of the this green stick, and polysilicon side I will take it as a gate terminal. So my work is done here. I have drawn the PMOS and NMOS transistors between the rails. Okay, that is VDD and ground. So this will form PMOS and this will form the NMOS. Okay, so after that what we have to do here, Now combining the gate of PMOS and NMOS transistors and giving the common input with the same gate polysilicon. So what we are doing here, this one is the gate and this one is the gate. So I will draw here uh, the CMOS inverter circuit so that it will be clear to you. One second. So the first one is here PMOS. So this is PMOS transistor, and this one is VDD. I am drawing here. This one is VDD. Okay, so this one is the gate. This one is the gate of the uh, inverter, that is PMOS circuit. Now I am drawing here the NMOS. So here it is grounded. Okay, so now we will combine to form an inverter. We will combine these two. We'll combine these two gates of PMOS and NMOS. So this one is PMOS gate and this one is the NMOS gate. So we are going to combine and we will take this one as input. And here also we will combine these two terminals and we will take this one as V out. Okay, so this is the PMOS circuit, PMOS representation, and this one is the NMOS representation. So here what I have done here is both the gates, PMOS gate is this one and NMOS gate is this one. Both the gates are connected and that will be considered as the input. So in this diagram, in the previous diagram itself, I told that red will be the gate and this either side of this yellow and green will be considered as the source and drain. Okay, so now what I have to do here, I have to make these two will be shorted. These two will be shorted, or these two will be connected, and we are going to apply an input to that one is here gate. Okay, so this part is over for us in with this one. So that is what combining gate of combining the gate of PMOS and NMOS transistor and giving common input with the same gate polysilicon metal. So if you observe this one here, this one is the polysilicon and this one is the polysilicon. This will form a gate and this one is source and this one is drain on either side of this yellow and green. So, but this will be considered as the gate terminal for us. Okay. So these two gates we have to combine. These two gates we have to combine and we will consider one input terminal. So what I have done here, I am combining these two, this polysilicon and this polysilicon. And I am taking a connection across that so that that material is also used this polysilicon. So we will form the input terminal. Okay. So this is what we have here, the input terminal we are applying, and the input is A here. Okay. So here the input, both the gates of PMOS and NMOS will be shorted, and for that short connection, we are going to give the input. So similarly here, the gate terminals for the PMOS above is this one, and the NMOS below is this one, and I'm combining both the gates like this with polysilicon. I'm taking out the same connection to the outside to give the input value. Okay, so this will form what? So this is nothing but the input terminal for the inverter, CMOS inverter. Now we have not completed at the structure of stick diagram for the CMOS. Now what is the next step here? Okay, we have considered the input and at the same time we have also the output. Okay, here we have the output. So we have to connect these two here. We have to connect these two here. So PMOS means it is source and drain, and NMOS means it is source and drain. So what we have to do is both. What we have to do is here both the drains will be shorted. Both the drains will be shorted here. So this drain and this drain will be shorted with the metal, or we can also use the polysilicon. There is no problem. If you use the contact cut, it becomes the connection. So we have to short this drain and this drain, and we will take it as the output. Okay, so that's the next step what we are going to use here. So up to this point, I have formed PMOS and NMOS transistors, and I have shorted the gate of the PMOS and NMOS, and I'm going to take that one as the input terminal after drawing the demarcation. If you observe this one, this is NMOS and this one is the PMOS. Both are isolated with the demarcation line. Okay, so that is what we have. Next one is what combining the drain of PMOS and NMOS transistor to take the output with the metal one. So what I told here is nothing but we have to combine both the drains, because if you observe the diagram or circuit diagram of this CMOS inverter, so both the gates will be shorted and that will be taken as input, and here we have what both the drains will be shorted and that will be taken as output. Both the drains will be connected by using the metal, and both the gates will be connected by using the polysilicon, because here this is the polysilicon gate and this one is also polysilicon gate. And if you combine these two, or if you connect these two, and if you take that one as the with polysilicon symbol only, so that will becomes the input, but output is what the drain of the PMOS and the drain of the NMOS will be connected by using a metal, and we will take that one as the output. So that's what I have represented in the third point. Combining gate of PMOS, this one is the gate of PMOS and NMOS transistors, and giving input with the same poly. This one is the gate and this one is the, and combining that one with the polysilicon material. So that will becomes what the input for us. Now similarly the same thing I am doing here. I am combining the drain of the PMOS transistor and the drain of the NMOS transistor by using a metal. So previously here this is completely the same material. That's why for the input I am using is nothing but the polysilicon. But here it is different materials. So this one is what P diffusion, this one is N diffusion, and at the same time it will be connected with the both the drain and drain of NMOS and PMOS will be shorted by using the metal, that is metal one. So that will be represented with the blue. Okay, so here we have given the input. This path is over, and the next is nothing but this part. Both will be completed here. Okay, so input is given, and at the same time output is given. Now the remaining thing is what we have is we have to make a contact cut between the source and this one is the source and VDD, and similarly this source and VDD of NMOS. The source and VDD of PMOS and uh, source of NMOS and ground, we have to make the contact cut. That means what we have to take. We have to take 1 second. We have to take a connection between. So here we have to make a connection like this source and VDD, and here we are going to use the contact cuts. So here also we are going to use the contact cuts. Okay, right. So if you observe this one here, this is the input terminal, and next one is what we have done is we have shorted the drains of PMOS and NMOS like this, but here we are not using any output terminal. So in the next step we are going to connect the output terminal. Okay, so here we have take the output with polysilicon metal. So this one is the material, and we are crossing this metal with polysilicon, and we are going to take that one as the output. However, we have taken the input as A, and the output of this inverter is B. But here, after connecting the drain and the drain of PMOS and drain of NMOS with the metal, so we are taking out the terminal as the output of the inverter, CMOS inverter, so that that output I am taking or I am representing with B, and it is the PMOS, that is polysilicon material. Okay, so now after that what we have to do is I told that the source will be connected, the source of this PMOS will be connected to the VDD, and the source of NMOS is also connected to the ground. Okay, the same diagram we are presenting here with the help of the sticks. Okay, so therefore here we are connecting this diffusion. So here, after completion of after taking the input and output, so what we have to do is we have to consider the contact cut between this VDD and the source of this PMOS and the source of this NMOS. So that's why this yellow that is present previously will be extended. Okay, so this to do that one, to make a connection between the source and VDD and at the same time the source of NMOS and ground, we have to extend this one source to this VDD and this source to ground, that is NMOS source to the ground and PMOS source to the ground. So that what happened here, we have to make use of contact cut between them. So why we have to use that contact cut means, so if two different materials are crossing each other, then there is no electrical contact between them. Okay, to make an electrical contact means you have to use a contact cut for that. Okay, connect the source of PMOS to VDD here and NMOS to the ground. This is the rule. This is the process. Sixth step. What we are going to do here. So I have extended this source to the VDD and I have extended this source to the ground. But is there any connection between them? There is no connection between them, because whenever two different materials are cross each other, there is no electrical contact formed between. To make an electrical contact, you have to represent that one with a contact cut. Okay, so that's why the next step is that one. So here there is no connection, just we have touched that VDD and source of the PMOS and ground and source of the NMOS, but there is no connection established between them. So now what we have to do is to make an electrical connection between them. So what I have to use here is nothing but I have to use the contact cut. So here one contact cut we will use, and here also one contact cut we are going to use. Okay, so that is what we are going to do in the next step. And at the same time, here it is the same material, so there is no need of here the contact cut, but here we have to use the contact cut. Why? This polysilicon is connected with the metal, means to make an electrical contact, here we have to use the contact cut. Here also we have to use the contact cut. Here also we have to use the contact cut. Okay, so that is the thing. Here also we require a contact cut, because to make a connection between drain, that is heat diffusion, and the metal, and at the same time the drain of this and the metal, we have to use. Total how many contact cuts we have to use? 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2. Total 5 contact cuts we have to use here. So in the next step we are going to represent that one. You can see here. So that is connect the contact cuts where the different metals are connected. So this metal is connected with the source of PMOS, and this metal is connected with the source of NMOS, and this metal is connected to the P diffusion, and this metal is connected to the N diffusion, and this metal is connected to the polysilicon. So how many places we have to connect that? Here, after this extension, here this metal and this P diffusion must be connected, so we have to use one contact cut, and this diffusion and this metal we have to use here. This drain and this metal we have to connect, I have to use contact cut. This metal and polysilicon I have to connect, so I have to use another contact cut. Like that we are going to represent in 5 places the contact cut to establish the electrical connection between the two materials or 2 layers. So here we are going to use one contact, here one contact, here one contact, like that 5 contacts we have used, so that almost we are done. But we have to represent the substrate representations. Okay, now it is the representation. So the final representation after this one, it is 90% is completed, the stick diagram representation of CMOS inverter. So the remaining thing is nothing but we have to represent the substrate. How you can represent the substrate? By a cross mark, black color cross mark, so that it will be completed. So now you can observe here. So this is nothing but the substrate. So why we are going to use here the substrate? Because in the previous class I have told that while explaining the symbols, so if you observe this one, suppose it is either it may be a PMOS or NMOS, no problem. Here it consists of one substrate. So I told that this substrate always be connected to the source, always be connected to the source. That's why here this is the source of PMOS and this one is the source of NMOS. And in the previous diagram, we don't have any substrate representations. So we have just used this one source symbol and at the same time source symbol of PMOS and source symbol of NMOS. So we have not connected at this substrate. Okay, so if you don't connect that substrate, you have to represent here the substrate, but we don't represent that one. That's not the rule here. So we will always represent or we will always show the stick diagram that the source and substrate will be shorted like this. The source is this one and substrate is this one. Both will be shorted. Okay, so that's why here the source is connected with the VDD. Therefore, substrate symbol is also will place here, and source is connected to the ground. The surface symbol is substrate is also to connected to the ground. This the source of PMOS is connected to the VDD, and the source of NMOS is connected to the ground. So that here the source of the substrate of the PMOS is connected to the VDD, and the substrate of NMOS is also connected to the ground. Okay, that is what the meaning of how the source and substrate will be shorted means. Okay, so this is what how you can place or how you can complete CMOS inverter stick diagram with this. Okay, so here I am using this substrate symbol and substrate symbol, and VDD is connected to the source. So source and substrate will be always shorted. So substrate is also connected to the VDD here in the PMOS. In the NMOS source will be connected to the ground, and at the same time the substrate is also connected to the ground. So this is the complete stick diagram formation of our CMOS inverter. Okay. So this one you can observe here clearly. What are the names that will represent this one is what and this one is what, all these things. So here if you observe, this one is the demarcation line, and this class one is nothing but substrate connection of P devices, and next one is P-type materials, contact cut, contact cut, contact cut, and this demarcation line, and this one is ground, or we can also call as this one as ground or VSS also we can consider, that is VDD and VSS. Okay, so in CMOS we are going to use this VSS or ground, both are equal. So this is the final diagram of CMOS inverter stick diagram. Okay, so this is the representation, right? So in the next class we will see the CMOS NAND gate stick diagram, how we can draw the CMOS NAND gate, and how it will forms, how it will how we have the pull-up network and pull-down network. All those things we are going to see in the next class. Okay, thank you.